Welcome to another video on my monorail built with fischertechnik, controlled by robo interface and ultimately by BeagleBoard Classic running embedded Linux, Ubuntu Linux, and the BeagleBoard is connected through a little flat cable to a serial cable with on the other end minicom, then an HDMI cable to connect it to this monitor, which is now standby mode but essential in booting the BeagleBoard, to see if it really boots Linux or into the NAND mode, and then the USB hub that connects to an active USB hub, which has then the control to the robo interface as well as to the Wi-Fi. And I haven't yet come to purchasing the USB to Ethernet connection, which hopefully will then prevent the whole VNC connection to break down, because the VNC is now connected through wireless to my laptop. Apart from that, the wagon carriage had little modification last time, in the sense that I am now using sellotape to connect a piece of wire, well actually once again part of a staple, to really connect it to this rod, which is guiding over this rail. And that's just one thing. I also connected last time two probes, one to each rail, and the probes are for this oscilloscope. And the intention is to see how the pulse width is, because of the pulse modulation, but also the direction, because the motors are bidirectional, and not just that, if it is bidirectional, then the pulse width goes either over one channel or the other, so they are each other's reverse. And to see that, you need two probes to watch, one for one direction and two for the other. So let's see how this goes. Last time it had some issues, so I'm very curious how this will go this time, if this is really connected good enough. Starting the program. Right now it doesn't do a thing, while according to the oscilloscope the signal is fine. As I can show you, the signal is just fine. Right here is the yellow signal. The other line is 0, 0. So that is indeed as it should be. But that is not saying anything about the wiring. And the fact that this doesn't do a thing, let me check now with this probe if there's any signal here. Yes, there is. There is absolute signal. So why doesn't it run? If there is signal here, the motor should do things. should run in some way, and they are not doing anything. So I am going to run the diagnostics and see why the motors don't do anything, while this clearly gives some signal. I can still try one other thing. This connector here. Ah, wait, I stopped the program. Let me start the program again. And now it does. And I shifted down the wire, so it's not completely accurate. And that shows directly a problem that I have to solve here in this connection. So, one problem to solve immediately. Alright. I put another piece of sellotape around it. I can't find duct tape right now, so I'll have to do it this way. With the same piece of staple put into the connector. And I hope this may just give. Alright. Now, if I would be able to just put it somewhere in between, and that's a distance if you wrap first and then try to squeeze it. The other way around is not as easy either, because then you have to keep the staple in place, or the wiring, whatever it is. So neither is a good solution. And if I just take this away, then this happens, of course. Which is also not good. And yet another way is this. The same idea, but wrapping it directly with it. And this is just a live experiment. Well, live, not really live, I'm recording this. And then I drop it. Never goes as you like it. Ever. So, what's the best way to do it? That's a very good question. And of course, when I do the same when I'm not recording, it gets done in a few seconds. So now is the question, does it work? Let's just run the software then. This doesn't seem to work, neither does this. And this might be better. Yeah, and then it helps when the whole wiring is complete. So let me see, that works. Right. And this still seems to be, well, it does work. If you look at the oscilloscope, there is waveform, not as nice though. Velocity isn't very high, the propellers. But then, yeah, how does it work? How does it go? How does it go? So let me stop it, and one again. And now it goes, kind of. Okay, try again. And it just stops. Which is weird. So this works, but why doesn't it run? Okay, let's try the same thing as the other time, just with the diagnostics, and see what happens then. I'm very curious about that one. So now let's see how the diagnostics does. Open it. Yes. First I have to check for 5, 7 and 2. So this is 5. Yep. Now 7, 5. Yep, and 2. And oh yeah, now 2 works. Okay, no problem. Then motor 2. So let me put these all in their respective position. This one as well. And now it should work. Oh, this is a wiring. Yep, this is wiring issue. Okay. Just to show, this connector, the red one, was out of its socket. This one here. So right now, let's see how things work, if they want to work. Interrupting. Go. So you clearly see the signal here. But the speed that it had 2 episodes ago, when I just put the diagnosis on and it went straight to the other end of the track, I'm not experiencing that here now. While the connection of the red wire is clearly correct. And now you see it move suddenly. So, oops. That was not what I intended, but it It runs now and then. Let me do a quick check on the alignment of the wheels. These seem to be correct still. So why the pauses and why the sudden movement then? Alright, now it holds again. And yes, 7 is blocked and should be. Let me reverse the speed. And then it is nice if I put the second probe in place as well to measure the signal. Right. So if there is no resistance because anything over the rails rolls, then why the sudden movements anyway? Makes no sense. And you see from here, from the diagnosis, that it is full speed. And here it is full speed, and yet the motors don't work. And I press here on the wire and it works again. So apparently it is the pressure here somehow. Alright, let's put the speed into the other direction again. Well, let's do it in a different way. Over here, start. Let's see. Okay, let me push just very gently at the start of the whole thing. So right here. So it is not the connection that I thought it was the problem. Well, someone has suggested that the carriage may be way too heavy by now, but then again, why did it roll like lightning to the other end 2 episodes ago? I have no explanation for that. This reverse, it doesn't do anything. Well, let's put it here. So right here in the middle. And once again the blades stop. The propeller just stops. I just put very mild pressure on the rod, not pushing. Alright, let's reverse it. Whoops, that's not the intention. So, in conclusion, I still have no idea, since this is apparently not the solution, unless, of course, that bar doesn't have, or that rod doesn't have the correct weight. If it isn't heavy enough, it doesn't press on the roller right here. And then what? Then it doesn't have contact. On the other hand, it clearly rolls. Yeah, well, now it doesn't roll. Now it does. And yet there is fluctuation, maximum fluctuation even, on this one. So once again, let me probe, and that's weird too that I remove the probe and it starts running again. Let me probe if there is any signal here. Answer: the answer is a clear yes, there is signal. Although this is blue. Let me. There is no signal here right now. There is no signal to the motor. Okay, that's another problem. Why is there no signal here? Okay. There is no signal now. Well, there is signal on the rails, obviously. But this is not a good sign. That means that even now this supposedly fixed connection isn't fixed at all. Not permanently at least. And even now I don't touch it. And it just goes on and on, stops and goes on. So, yeah, I don't know. Right, so that is the result for now for diagnostics. Let's return for now to software. If it chooses to work anyway. Always nice. I see nothing. Really? Okay. I am once again on to this connection, and this is off, obviously this is on. And when I put the connector in, the signal goes on, so whatever that may indicate. Now let's also try to probe this again. Alright, no signal yet. On the other hand, this has no signal either. So stop the thing, move it over there, and let's see whatever happens. And once again, just slight pressure and it goes. And even now the speed is fluctuating, it's not rolling at all. So if I put this clamp that I used before on this end, add to this end, just adding a little bit of weight. So far no result, but how is it now? Alright. All done for now, and let's roll, or try to. And yet again, nothing at all. So using this blue probe, measuring here, it has no signal at all. No signal means also no motor, and it's gone. The whole connection is off. So this is a very weak point in the whole situation, in the whole setup. And I can try to put it in again. But I need a better solution. A way better solution. Maybe with real tape. Real duct tape. Because as you know, duct tape is the solution for any engineer's problem. And this is one of them. So let me see and try to fix it. And a closer check reveals that this piece of sellotape has been ripped, so I can't use it anymore, which also implies that this is the end for this episode. It was better, but I need better tape, duct tape. Maybe even duct tape isn't good enough. And then maybe I can find the solution to have the carriage run back and forth, as it sometimes promises to do, but mostly it doesn't yet. Which brings me to the end and say thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment if you like. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, then retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram. If so, then please like and leave a comment, much appreciated. You can please donate to keep videos coming to you. You can also choose to become a patron and have your name mentioned, either on my website or with my videos as well, depending on the pledge you make. And this is no doubt going to be continued. So again, thanks for watching, and bye bye.